So finally, what we're watching is that the negative divergence on a micro chart, it is playing out. We saw the fact that 68,500 started becoming a resistance and the price immediately reflected that. It showed you the negative divergence, and here we are, the price slowly pushed back down. Now, that's the micro event. What is the macro bullishness I'm talking about in this case? Because when you're looking at this, it is clear that you had a breakout, you had candle closes, multiple candle close. What next? Because you're forming a bearish candle if you're on a candlestick analysis. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. While you look through the market and analyze what's happening there, don't just ride on to the exchanges pumping few assets on a micro when the macro is negative. Whereas the assets which shows you the fact that the macro remains bullish and the micro is correcting gives you opportunities. What do I mean? You look at the price action and you get to see something. Most likely, what you may see here is that the price doing the 1 and the micro or nano 2 like this, and then the 3. This has higher odds. Say you want to look at the volatility itself and you want to analyze that, you zoom in. And you get to see this. Okay, the price remained choppy, did this over and over again, and then went back up for the next leg up. So you have the 1, you have the 2, you have the 3. That's the micro scenario. Towards the short-term move looks almost like that. Now, such a move on the short term, how would that reflect on a macro chart? Which is more important for us because we are looking at next 2-3 months. We are looking at what October would end like. We're looking like what November would look like and how 2024 would end. The way we are looking at the market, it's clear. We have a breakout, it's serious. Now we go on a weekly chart, it does look attractive. And remember, you only have a week for the monthly candle close. The monthly is showing you were in a trend to the downside for few months. Now you're trying to break that. So the monthly close above 65,700, say 66, still shows you we are bullish. We are pushing back to the upside. Now remember, you have liquidity on the upside, the price goes down. When you have liquidity on the downside, the price goes up. This is simple. You see liquidity drying up the supply, price goes up. Great. When supply enters the market, the price goes down. Now what's happening? So on the macro, it does help you to understand the big picture, which is going to happen. The monthly candle is going to close soon. Then you'll see how the weekly reflects. So you take this and move into different altcoins or alt market. And this is serious. Look at the price. Look at the volume. On the total altcoin market, on a daily chart, the last daily candle close shows you it had a lot of selling pressure, selling volume. See this? Price to volume. Now let's keep this away. Yeah, fine. You see that. Now look at the candle just before that. It had little buying power compared to the selling which happened after that. But now look at the size of the candle itself. I mean, sellers came in, but they failed. Why would they fail? So someone tried buying as much as possible, and that's why sellers slowed down. So now it's up to us to look at, okay, what does that mean on a macro picture? You had a lot of selling pressure, they failed. Price pushed higher. You now have a little bit selling pressure on a 3-day. It does look like a little bit of selling, which is normal. There is no deviation there. You go on a weekly and you see, okay, these 2 weeks followed through. Now it's a bit of selling at a resistance. So if you look at the supply, it's being drained, not coming into the market. So you have this supply drain where it may push up. If you see supply coming in, that's the end of the story. You look for the opposite. But as of now, you're looking for the move to the upside, right? Now, say the macro market, you look at like dollar to yen, you kind of get to see this. When it was traveling to the upside, meaning it was getting squeezed by dollar, people moved out of their yen to dollar or to dollar based assets like crypto, which is an appreciating asset compared to dollar itself. So they moved out, and you saw a lot of different emerging market currencies watching the outflow into crypto. And I think it is time for the next round where you're watching the monthly candle is now erasing last 2 months, which means the bullish reversal is coming in and yen is about to get crushed or dollar is about to go higher, which is going to actually push the price back up. So on the front of that, understand this run will be the macro run where the majority would jump in just before the top and they would miss it. Now, this is a 5-year chart showing you what? Bitcoin, in a 5-year, the search is very low. You start zooming in, you come on to the 12 months, and you're like, okay, in the last 1 year, we are starting to bottom out. How does that look in the last quarter? And you're like, okay, we are starting to bounce, but we are not getting momentum. Not a lot of people are interested in buying crypto in last quarter. Last 30 days, it's been same. It's range bound. There is no movement. Now, say you take up XRP or just the altcoin market as a whole. What do you see? Altcoin market over last 30 days is ranging, but it is getting attention. People are searching for it. Say you zoom out, you go on a quarterly chart. Do you recognize what I'm saying? There was no attention for XRP in that case, and suddenly it started getting more and more attention. And that's over last 90 days. So you step back onto a yearly and you see, yeah, we are not at the lows. We're starting to get some volume. So people are searching about XRP. So you go back and you see, compared to the historical lows, we still get a lot of search. This is where the attention span should be moved into altcoins. So you go into the altcoins and you're looking at last 5 years. What do you see? This is primary reason why I said watch Bitcoin dominance. When the Bitcoin dominance drop, that's the time to watch. Why? Last time you did such a breakout, what happened? Remember? December to March, it was great season. 6 months continuous run to the upside. Now come in here and look at last 12 months. Especially last 6 months, we've been choppy. Now it's starting to go up. What is starting to go up? The search for altcoins. Now, yes, altcoins means there is a ton of coins. You need to find the good one. So last quarter, it's now at the roof. It's peaking. The price didn't. It's just starting. So you zoom in. You go on to a 30-day. And you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. In last month, we never saw this much interest into altcoins. So now it's your duty to come here into the market and search and find which of these coins are literally attracting those volume. That's why in the SI family, we go through all of these assets one by one so that you don't miss them. If you want that, use the link in the description below. Join 1,200 members in the Scientific Investor family to ride this wave to the upside. Say you are new in the market. Educating yourself about what's happening is very important. That's why understanding the micro and macro gives you the ability. Then go look at the macro, right? Not the macro in crypto charts, but the macro market condition. That's where you start taking dollar, gold, stock market, and you start looking at things like, there is some issue. Say you come here and take one of the biggest companies in India, reputed companies in India, say Tata Motors. You pick up this chart and you see, the monthly is slowing down at a resistance. The peak was 1176 and right now you're near 900. which clearly argues the fact that the price did drop down. And the price of such a big company already dropped around 30%. I've been talking about this. You guys would have seen it around the top 1175. I was posting about this saying, what? This is starting. Now, what does that mean? Historically speaking, whenever it starts doing that, that's a long way to the downside. That's a long way to the downside each and every time. Are we going to do that this time around? I'm not sure. But if you trust the history, you'll have to say yes. And this time, when people get screwed in the stock market, in currencies, in emerging markets, what would they opt for? And that's exactly what you're watching here. That's why you're seeing in the last 5 years, the surge is now starting to go back up. And if you look at where it's coming from, you see how people are starting to focus. You will soon see a blow off in the surge and the price. When the surge remains at the top on 30-day chart, you should be asking yourself, why is that? How much new people are coming in? How much has this asset already done? That would be the time to take your profits out. There will be a lot of different assets showing you I'm at a support. But understand, looking at the micro patterns is critical, but also understanding the macro structure is viable. Because if you miss out the macro picture and it shows you a negative divergence on a weekly, on a monthly, then you'll have to ask yourself, okay, what the hell am I going to do here? If it actually gives you negative divergence and then hidden bullish divergence, go on a higher time frame and verify that it is still bullish. If not, there can be trouble. That's why I say educate yourself. So guys, if you received value, smash that like button. And if you want support on educating yourself, be a part of the SI family. I'll meet you guys on next video. Bye for now.